3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to Clydebridge Station. Now, as you could tell straight away, this is definitely not Clydebridge Station. This is a view outside my house showing you what the weather has been like. Because of the heavy weather that we've had here at the end of February, beginning of March, the beast from the east, I've not been able to get down to the shed to do an update for you. As I try to do updates at the end of the month for you. I'll just let that blind go back a wee bit. But I did take a couple of photos just before the storm did arrive, which give you an idea of what I've actually been doing on the layout. The original baseboards, which I'd painted with the primer undercoat and then painted grey, they're actually going to be the fiddle yard instead, and I've started work on creating a ramp up to the main layout. Now the ramp is not complete, it's got to actually go over the little gap in the U, so it means that I'm now going to have to crawl underneath the one of the baseboards to get a new baseboard to get into the layout itself, but that's not going to be too much of a problem. The ramp was actually quite easy to construct in the end. What I simply done was took some twin track, laid it down, and also jigsawed bits of 9mm plywood. And what I've done to actually get the support pillars up is I've found some old wood and cut it to a size, I think it's about 12mm. I've got a template in the garage, but I think it's about 12mm. But to then get the necessary clearance to make the depot area as big as possible, without having too much of a cutting, what I've then had to do is actually increase the height a bit more. So I've had to put some of the strips of cut bits of softwood and then put the softwood strips on top of those as well. And that framework that you see there will take the top scene, which will be what I will term the main layout. And you'll notice I've already got one bit down already on that. That was necessary so I could actually gauge the ramp. The ramp itself was not successful the first time, it was too steep. A class of 8 was struggling to get up. The second... The first loco that I'm going to talk about, and the light doesn't really show up well here, so I'll try and do as best I can, is this machine here. Now this one will be quite familiar to you because I've already got this one as a Lima one on the layout. This is 47475, and this one here is a Bachmann version, DCC ready. And that was the main reason I bought it, because it was DCC ready. The machine itself was the only Class 47 ever to carry TransPennine livery, which is what you see here, the Regional Railways or Provincial Services livery. And it was allocated for its TransPennine life to Crewe depot and mainly worked in Newcastle Liverpool circuit. Later transferred to the parcels sector, still based at Crewe, but the machine was broken up in 2008. It's actually interesting to record something else about this machine. She was actually repainted into these TransPennine colours, not at Crewe Works, but at BREL Springburn Works in Glasgow, and indeed worked a Glasgow to Inverness train shortly after repainting in these colours. There had been plans in 1986 or 87 for several machines to carry, several Class 47s to carry this livery, but this one was the only one to do so. The Lima 47 that I've got down in the shed now, that's this colour, is actually not DCC ready. But the idea of this is that this one is DCC ready, and I'll try and get Hattons or Harburn Hobbies or perhaps Scooney Hobbies in Kirkcaldy to put a DCC chip into it. It's going to be given a 21 pin Hornby Sapphire chip because it's Hornby track and it's Hornby control I'm going to be using. Now if I just very carefully lift her here, and you'll notice that I've put the couplings on her already at both ends. It's got the drop plate window there, and it is also a lot more detailed than the Lima one. It only comes with a coupling at one end, but I've put the other one on anyway. And the livery is quite correctly positioned because unlike Intercity livery, The white and the light blue stripe were a lot lower down, and the fans on the top grille here, I can somehow try and come out of the shadow there, there's fans in that grille there, and they do work as on the other model that you're going to see. Now the old Lima 47, well, that's going to be sold, and I think and I might actually sell on eBay or put it on, offer it to Hattons in part exchange for something, or for DCCing this up. Hattons were at Model Rail Scotland, and they told me they could actually convert a Lima machine to DCC. And I thought, oh, I wish you'd told me that beforehand. But anyway, this one here will now do the job instead. And if you're interested, it actually was acquired on Model Rail Offers, the website of the Model Rail magazine, and it came from the Kernow Model Centre in Cornwall. So that's the first class 47 that I bought. 3, 2, 1. Now this other class 47 is the one that I actually purchased at Model Rail Scotland. I haven't took it out of this plastic packing because there's a lot more to it than that, but it gives me a chance to explain a few things to you about her. Now this was a limited edition one made for the AMRSS, who organised Model Rail Scotland, and there were only 512 of these made for the show. That's because there were 512 class 47s made, and this is 47708 Waverley, carrying the ScotRail livery that was painted onto 18 machines. 47701 to 17 and 47461. There are claims that at one point 47430 also carried this livery, but class47.co.uk has found no evidence to support such claims. Now, you'll notice that if you remember my old Glasgow City layout, I had one of these locomotives, which is a Hornby one, 47716, Duke of Edinburgh's Award. That actually was given to me as a present for something that I'd done years ago, and I'm going to keep that locomotive. Now, it won't ever run again on the new layout because it won't get DCC ready. So it'll just be kept as an ornament. So this is the one that will take over instead. And as I say, to prove to you that this is limited edition, this is actually the certificate that came with it. And I've got number 123 of 512 produced. And the actual certificate tells you all about the actual particular locomotive. In contrast to 47475, which is painted in Glasgow but allocated to Crewe, this was allocated to Haymarket and then Eastfield, but was painted into the ScotRail livery Crewe Works. And it was transferred to Old Oak Common in 1990 when the Class 158s took over the push-pull diagrams that machines like this took over. It does actually differ from the Hornby Class 47-7 in a number of ways, and I'm going to just show you it from this end here. Hopefully the camera can just pick that up. My Hornby 47 does not actually have on it the jumper cables that you see there, and it's a very crude headlight, and that was acquired, sorry, they were on the Hornby one, and these marker lights on the Hornby one, it's like a unit that's been stuck in. Please, however, bear in mind that the Hornby 47-7 I've got is a 1988 tooling, and technology's moved on a bit in the intervening years, and that's why we can get machines like this. Again, it's a Bachmann machine like 47475, so there's all sorts of similarities with it. It's got an NEM coupling at one end. The other end does not have the NEM coupling on it yet. I don't think you can quite see it there. However, it's got all the brake pipes and that attached in the bag there. Etched brass nameplates as well. And I don't know what that is, but the instructions will no doubt tell me. I like how this has been picked out here as well. And the branding is actually quite correct on it. It did have at one point, on 2 occasions, there was a space between the words Scot and Rail, and in its latter years, and I know this because I travelled behind this locomotive on one occasion, It just had the name Waverley and the ScotRail and BR symbol were painted out. I've decided not to put the NEM coupling on this end for the simple reason that the locomotive is a push-pull machine, so in theory it's always going to be coupled to the Mark III coaches and the DBSO, so there'll be no need for for it to be released from stocking and going to the other end. Both 47475 and 4778 come with a little accessories bag, and that's got all your brake pipes and other pipe work in it there. It also has snow ploughs there. It never carried them in service in ScotRail livery, neither did 47475 in TransPennine livery carry them. But please don't ever throw these out, because you might actually need them if you ever get a snowplough damage to that on another locomotive. They could come in very handy indeed. Full instructions are included with this, so I'm going to actually be going and giving it a set up in the next little while. The livery is represented, in my opinion, very well indeed. It's got all the local details there. I can't fault anything else with it. And certainly I'm very satisfied with how that's turned out. As I say, I quite like how that's all been picked out there in white. And it's got the Haymarket Depot Castle symbol there, which would tie it into the period, making it probably just before 1987. Now my layout's set 1989-1990, so that does pose a little problem, but it's only a depot symbol, so there's no need to worry about that. Everything else seems to be depicted very well on it. The livery, as you could see there, if I just zoom in there, you could just see there, it does go correctly just up to the doors, but also notice it goes just beyond the door handles there a little bit. I'm not sure if that's actually necessarily correct. It does it at the same end here as well. That'll look good with a rake of coaches, and my layout it'll be 2 Mark II or 2 Mark III ScotRail coaches and a DBSO, and I'll promise you one of my video openings in the future will have this machine propelling it set into Clydebridge station. Now David Watson on Dean Park station, he's actually got one of these as well. I don't know what number his is, not in terms of locomotive number, because they're all 47708, but in terms of what actually production number his was. But David, if you are watching, do let us know what that number was. He's going to give you a video on his YouTube channel, Dean Park Station, where he's going to give his own thoughts on this machine as well. I tend not to give thoughts on locomotives I bought, but because of the weather, not being able to get out to shed, this is sort of like filler material for you. So check out Dean Park Station and check out Richard Warren's excellent Everard Junction. He's got the baseboards for his new layout laid, the fiddle yard's all laid, and he's actually started laying a little bit of track on the main layout itself, and he explains to you the differences between some of the track. That's video number 4 of the new layout at Everard Junction, so if you put that into your YouTube search engine and you'll get that as well. Now hopefully once the weather gets a bit better, I'll be able to get down to the shed and do some more work and record some more videos for you. So please stay tuned to this channel, and stay tuned to any of the people who've subscribed to my channel as well with their layouts, or any others that you find as well. And we'll see you soon. Bye bye.